Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. I was contacted by ArtBeek and they asked if I would like to show their set of markers on my channel. So they went ahead and sent me this set. It is an 80-piece marker set. Comes in the standard black cloth bag. I have not looked at these yet. Does feel like it comes in the nice plastic storage container inside though, with the slots, and yes it does. Okay, so they all will stand up nice and straight. Love it when they include that rather than just them throwing them all in this plastic or this canvas bag and nothing stands up straight. And yeah, so we are going to go ahead and we are going to swatch these and see what the colors look like. Now, I'm suspecting that many of these colors are going to be the standard, probably numbers and color names as some of our other lower budget, budget friendly type of alcohol markers. I will leave a link to this set down below in the description if, after I'm done swatching them out, you'd like to go check them out too. So, I made up my handy-dandy little color sheet here. Did I just say color sheet? Color sheet. Let's see. So, we will use this to swatch out. And as usual, I'm just going to start with the yellows. So I'm going to pull out what I see as far as yellows. All right, let me zoom you in so you can see. All right, let's start with 49. And I love how it's always called pastel green, and it's not a green. Pastel green. So even if you do have a set of markers with the same numbers and names and whatnot, kind of nice to have spares on hand anyhow, right? And then in a way it's kind of nice having them the exact same, because let's say you're out of 5 colors of this set, you can just take these and put them in there, and you have a full set again. So before we swatch, I should show you what the marker looks like. So we have a nice colorful name on here. Isn't that pretty? It's the first time I've seen that. Usually they're just black. So we have ArtBeek Art Sketch Marker. We have the fine tip down here with the gray band, and I always like when they indicate one end of the marker or the others. Once in a while it's the chisel that they'll have the gray band, but usually it's the fine tip. And then we do have the chisel on the other end. Nice tight caps. So we have the standard fine tip and the bullet tip, or the chisel tip. Comes to a nice fine point. So, let's get to swatching. All right, I know I had a cream in here. Number 36. We definitely have some tight caps. But that is better than having them dry out. 37 Pastel Yellow. So I can already tell I do recognize these color names. I think they have a number of colors to pick from when these companies make up these sets. And I think some of them pick, the 80 color set, some of them, I imagine they kind of pick the same colors. And some of them are going to look extremely similar. but they may have just a tad different pigment in them. The normal eye is not going to pick that out though, so it still looks identical to us. So that was Lemon Yellow. This is Fresh Green. Another one that's called Green. That shouldn't be. Because it's a very pretty yellow with a tint of orange in it. And speaking of orange, let's go on to orange. We have, I think, dark yellow I'm going to put with the browns because it's more brown than anything. So we have 33 Melon Yellow. It's a nice pale orange. We have 24 Marigold. If you have any of the sets of the more budget-friendly alcohol markers, you're probably going to recognize some of these color names also. I think I'm going to have to put the ones that I swatched over here because I'm going to run out of room on the right side of me. 23 Orange. Nice, pretty, vibrant orange. Then we're going to start getting into the orangey reds and reds. We have quite a few of those. And we have our typically two real dark reds. Number 1 and number 2. Number 2 we don't have in here. Told you I kind of am getting to know these sets. All right, so let's go with 22. This 22 French Vermilion. That's a pretty color. I like that one. And we have 16 Coral Pink. Now these reds are not going to be in any particular order. I'm just picking them off my desk as I see them. We have 14 Vermilion. Like that red too. Very similar to French Vermilion, but just a tint darker. 13 Scarlet. Oops, wrong place. So a darker red. 4 Vivid Red. We have 10 Deep Red. And we have 3 Rose Red. So we're getting more into the pinky sides of red. pinky. One wine red. In many of the sets, there are two dark reds like this. It would be a number 1 and number 2. What is the other one called? Dark red or something like that. So, always nice to have that dark red. All right, we are going to go into the skin tones. We have a few of those. Some kind of on the orangey side and then some on the pink side. All right, let's start with 29 Barely Beige. And 25 Salmon Pink. Very similar. Salmon Pink may be just a tad darker. 135 Pale Cherry Pink. Much more on the pink, almost a purplish tinge to that. 28 Fruit Pink, which sometimes comes in handy if you're shading for skin. Purple and blues can kind of come in handy. 28 Fruit Pink. Which sounds weird for a skin tone, but let's see. And then we have, now this probably should be up by the oranges, 140 Light Orange. Oh, that's right. This one was pink. Okay, so yeah, it can stay down here. Then we have in the light pinks, we have 131 Skin White. Which to me, of course, is way too pink for skin. 138 Light Pink. Which again, very much with the purple tone. Let's get out the rest of the pinks. We have 7 Cosmos. And 18 Peach. Keeps sliding off my scrap paper underneath. Peach. Definitely not a peach, right? Can't go by the color on the cap, and you cannot go by the name of the color either. 9 Pale Pink. Sorry, guys. And 6 Vivid Pink. All right, let's go up to the next column. We have 17 Pastel Pink. And 89 Pale Purple. Now the ones they call pink to me have the, you know, purple undertones. Now this one says purple and to me it looks pink. So go figure. Very similar, but just a tad darker. Okay, then I think we go into the purples. So we have 77 Pale Blue, but I think if I remember right, it's more on the purple side. Yeah. We have 75 Dark Blue Light. And 147 Pale Lilac. So they are nice and juicy. I haven't run across any that seems dry at all. Very nice firm tips. Let's take a look at the fine point. Yeah. Like the others, but again, a nice firm point. 84 Pastel Violet. That's pretty. I like that color. Okay, then we skip right to some darker violets. 81 Deep Violet. That's pretty though. My fave. Then this is one I don't remember seeing in a lot of the other sets, is 85 Vivid Purple. I'm sure I've seen it before, but I don't think it's included in all sets. Either that or I just don't remember. I definitely recognize that color, but this cap just looks different than something. Something looks different about it. All right, and those were the purples. So let's go on to the blues. 144 Pale Baby Blue. That is a pretty light blue. I like that one. 76 Sky Blue. another pretty blue. 183 phthalo blue. Let's see. 67 pastel blue. Now the link that I'm going to leave for these markers is not an Amazon link. It is a link to their site. I did not find these out on Amazon at all. I looked and I couldn't find them. So I will leave a link to their site where you could buy them. I just remembered that. 68 turquoise blue. Maybe they will eventually be on Amazon. I would almost think so. I'm kind of surprised they're not. You would think they would get a lot more sales being on Amazon rather than just their site. You know, maybe have it in both places. 63 Cerulean Blue. I love the color. Aren't these too pretty together? Let's see, we have 70 Royal Blue. Love that color too. And this one's always on the purplish side too, so we'll see. Ultra Marine. And when you hear that, you think it should be blue, but very much a purple. Okay, the other ones, okay, we do have a couple more. 62 Marine Blue. And the other ones are kind of blue greens. I think I'll put them down in with the greens. I think they're more on the turquoisey greenish side. So we get a couple of dark blues. That one and 69 Prussian Blue. Oh, pardon my stomach, if you heard that. It is gurgling. All right. So, let's go on to the greens. We have 59 Pale Green. And 172 Spectrum Green. This is when this case with the plastic grid in the bottom really comes in handy, because once you start pulling out all these markers, at least the other ones still stand up straight. Whoops, didn't write the name down. Spectrum Green. Shouldn't stop in the middle of what I am doing, or I forget. Love that mint green. 58 Mint Green Light. Some of these have such long color names. this is a lighter green. Oh, I missed these yellow greens. Let's do those first. We have 163 green bice. Now this is one I don't see in all the sets. Some of them have them, some of them don't. But it's a pretty real pale yellow green. 48 yellow green. Yeah. One that is actually called the right color. Now watch, it'll come out blue or something. Oh, I know it doesn't. So that is a pretty color. 47 grass green. Let's move up a little. We have 56 mint green. Definitely not a mint green. 46 vivid green. We have 57 turquoise green light. Gotta hang on to my paper so it doesn't move. Another long name. This one never fits in the slot. I always have to make the font smaller when I type up the color charts if I have that name, because it never fits. But it's such a pretty color. All right, let's go on to the second page. We're just moving right along. Okay, we have 65 ice blue. I always think there's something on my marker as I'm swatching, because I see these colors here, and I'm not used to seeing color on the barrel. All right, we have 53 turquoise green. That's gorgeous. Love that one too. 61 peacock green. .43 deep olive green. Now again, some of them that you find in other sets aren't going to be in here, but this is only an 80 set. You know, it's not like your big 168s or, you know, 120s. You know, the bigger sets have colors that fill in here, but we're only dealing with an 80 set, so there are going to be some gaps. 50 forest green. And I think this is the last green. These three look real pretty together. All right, so I think we have, no, we have bronze green left here. 42 bronze green. And then the earth tones and grays. Okay. 31 dark yellow. Now this is 41 olive green, but I think I do keep it down in the browns, the earth tones, if I remember right. Yeah, I do. Okay. We have 107 sand. Would also make a great skin tone, wouldn't it? 21 terracotta. Love this color. I don't know what it is about the red, orangish browns, but I love red brown, like cherry wood. Oh, I love it. 97 rose beige. (101) yellow ochre. Definitely does not look like the yellow ochre we know of, right? 104 brown gray. Is it EY or AY? EY. Isn't it weird how we spell gray AY here and over there it's EY? Oh, that's a nice light tannish color. All right, nope, take that back, I lied. 3 more browns. 94 brick brown. So another one on the red side. I also think they always make such pretty hair colors. Whoops, let's take 91 natural oak. And finally, 99 bronze. So this is typically a very dark brown. Okay, we are going to go on to the grays. Let's do the warm grays. I always kind of like to do the warm grays after the browns. Warm grays have the brownish tint to them, right? So we have warm gray 3. And warm gray 6. Do our little shorthand here. It's quicker. So there definitely is the brown undertone here. And warm gray 9. Then let's go on to the cool grays. We have, oh my goodness, 1 cool gray. Wow, that's unusual. Cool gray 9 and a deep one too. Whoops. Cool gray 9. I should say a dark one. But again, it is a set of 80. They gotta limit it somewhere. Let's do the green grays. So we have green gray 3. And we have green gray 5. And a few blue grays. Blue gray 3. Oops. I think the blue grays are so pretty. And blue gray 5. We're almost done, folks. And blue gray 7. And then, of course, the infamous 120 black. Now, you will notice the set of 80 has 80 colors. And some of you may say, yeah, that makes sense. Well, in a way, yes, and in a way, no, because typically they always include a colorless blender that is part of the 80 colors, right? Or larger sets. They always include 1 and occasionally 2 colorless blenders that they include as one of the colors, you know, which I think is very unfair. However, there are some sets where they include the colorless blender, but they don't include it in the number of colors included with that set. So that's always nice. Then you get the best of both worlds. So if it's a 120 set, they actually include 121 markers, but one of them is a colorless blender. So you still have the 120 colors, or whatever the amount may be. So anywho, let's look at these colors overall in this set. Nice array of yellows. We do have this pale yellow, regular yellows, and then the yellow orange. I wish we had a regular orange though. You know, we do have marigold, and we do have orange. This is way too much on the red side though. French Vermilion's a pretty good red. Still on the orangey side a little bit, but then these are definitely on the pink side, aren't they? And then, I was going to say skin tones, yes and no. Salmon pink isn't too bad. Barely beige isn't too bad, but, you know, they are very pale, which, you know, sometimes is really good. But I think the sand color is really good. We do have some nice pale pinks and a nice variety of different shades and tints and things of pinks. And then onto the purples. No mid-tone of purples though at all. And these two are pretty much identical. Could have done away with one of these and one of these, you know, and got a different purple in here. I know these are all different, but you know, maybe didn't need one of those. Because again, I think we missed some other blues down in here. Very similar. But a nice assortment of greens. Some very pretty colors through here. Again, similar. We run across this though in all of our budget-friendly sets, right? Nothing unusual with ArtBeek, so I am not picking on ArtBeek whatsoever. This is typical of your more budget-friendly marker sets. I'm just pointing them out. I think the browns are awesome. Love this tan. You know, this is on the yellow side of tan, and we don't have the flip side of tan, but it's nice that we have that. The sand, yeah, love that. Now, of course, brick brown and natural oak, very, very similar. And then we do have bronze, which is our nice dark brown. And the grays, of course, we have a nice assortment. Again, surprises me with the cool gray, though, only having the 9, the real dark one. If anything, I would think they would give us like a real pale one and then like a mid. But yet they included 3 blue grays. So I don't know if, in their opinion, if blue grays were used more than a cool gray. I don't know. But that is that. What do you guys think? Again, I will link this set from their website if you are interested in them. I am not an affiliate or anything with ArtBeek, but yeah, they just wondered if I wanted to show these on my channel, and I said sure. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked watching the swatching, it always kills me, of these markers by ArtBeek. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. And as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.